Bringing back my favorite, the tables again, quotient rule tables. So let's go ahead. Let's just jump right into this. So we know that f prime of 4, which is what we're trying to find. Let's start with f prime of x. So we got to do the quotient rule between these two. And be careful. Sometimes they might switch it and put g over f, like g's now on top and that kind of thing. So it still runs that same order. It's going to be the derivative of the top one times the bottom one minus top one times the derivative of the bottom one over the bottom one squared. And that was that whole high d ho over ho d high, this whole thing, you know, just kind of keeping that idea. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of that though. Oops, I went too far. All right, so we want this at 4. We want f prime of 4. So I'm going to switch all those x's out with a 4. And I forgot the squared here. And we're going to get these values from the table. So f prime of 4 is 0 times g of 4 is negative 2 minus f of 4 is negative 4 times g prime of 4 is 8 all over g of 4 is negative 2 squared. So 0 times negative 2 is 0. Then negative times negative 4 is positive 4 times 8 is 32 over 4, which equals 8. And that's the idea on that assignment. So it's not too bad. You're just running it through the rule and the table. Let's go ahead and look at something a little bit more complicated. And I bet I put a square root. I did on this one. That's awesome. So let's look at this one. Similar idea. They're giving us a couple points here from the function f, and they give us the actual function g. So if we run it through the quotient rule, so we're going to do f prime times g minus f times g prime over g squared. And we don't know what, f is, but we know g is 2x squared, meaning g prime is going to be 4x. So I'm going to do f prime of x times g is just 2x squared minus f times g prime is 4x all over g squared, so 2x squared. Now we want g prime of 2, so I'm going to plug a 2 into the x's. All right, excuse me, f prime of 2 is going to be 4. Then times the 8 there. 2 squared is 4 times 2 is 8. F of 2 is negative 4 times 4 times 2 is 8. And then here we get 2 squared is 4 times 2 is 8 squared is 64. Simplify this a little more. We get 64 over 64, which is 1.